Hello everyone and welcome back to Blender Car Modeling. This is versus 53 and we are going to be modeling the Toyota Supra Mark IV. Hey guys, this is versus 53 and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a major chunk for the Supra. I'm just going to be adding the part that we missed last Sunday, and this one is going to be a long video, so I hope you catch on to it. And if you do have any problems or any suggestions, comments, do drop them down in the comment box. I would really appreciate your help on this too. And I'm really glad that the entire Supra project is coming together, and thank you for all the new people also joining in on this project. I do appreciate it a lot, and let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back. And today what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be making this window, and this video is going to be a long one because I'm just going to be making a few parts and making up for the progress that we missed last Sunday, as I wasn't able to upload these. But let's make sure to get this entire window panel done, and we can also get the headlight housing done and the side, the door-sill right here, we can get that done too. So let's get started with the windows right here. Right, so first of all, what you gotta do is just, if you've not renamed these, the rain and all of those, just make sure you rename those. Alright, after renaming that, just minimize that. Right, scene collection, and what we're going to be doing is just duplicating a few vertices from here and from here. So just tab in here, we're going to select everything from here all the way down to here. Alright, and then just follow the same process that we've been following for all the videos, and just separate the selection, and then we're just going to be hiding this. Alright, same thing for this, we're going to be selecting everything from here to here, same process, just keep following, and we're also going to be hiding this. Right, and then we're going to select both of those and just Ctrl J to join them, A, and then just press M and merge by distance. So that is going to remove your two extra vertices that you have here, which was here and right here. Alright, and after that, what we're going to be doing is just, according to our blueprints right here, just have a look here, we're going to be getting the subsurf line that we have here right here. Like, we're going to take a little forward, and before we do that, let's just take the roof part. So this is the roof part, and this is the other one. So just tab in after selecting both of them simultaneously, and then we're just going to be shifting a little forward. Alright, after done with that, tab out, select the part we already made, and just press H to hide it. And after we're done with this, so the blueprints and the parts might be a little up and down, but we're just gonna be making sure that this entire thing is gonna be very close to the blueprints. Alright, especially this one. Right, so now what we do is we're just gonna be selecting all of these, and then press E and S, and we're just going to be scaling that down. Right, just scale it down until the vertices right here, the top one, is going to be meeting the top latch shape. That's it. Alright, and now what we're going to be doing is just selecting the outer edge loop, Shift D to duplicate, keep that in the same position, and just separate it by selection as we've been doing. And now what we'll do is just take the other half right here, same thing, just duplicate that by selection so that these are separate. And what we'll do with this is we're just gonna move this to an extras collection, wherein we're gonna have our references, so that even if you want to change it sometime later, we can just use the same method again. So just press M here, and then create a new collection and name that extras, and then just press on create, and that's gonna be there, and rename that to window pane ref. Okay, once you're done with that, we're going to be going back to our other two. Just hide this one, right? And now we're going to be making sure that all these lines are aligning properly. So just tab in here and just slide these back on the y-axis, right? With the gizmo that we've enabled by going here, this one here. The object gizmos, you can enable it here. I'm just repeating if you're joining in the videos late, but I would suggest you should just go ahead and have a look at the videos from the start. It'll give you a better learning experience, alright? And I'm just making sure all of these have a uniform thickness overall. And we're also going to be using our space tool, so it's all going to be sorted soon, alright? Just make sure they're all in a line. Right up to here, right? And do the same here. And now we're going to be shifting it on the z-axis, which is going to be taking it a bit up. Just keep doing that. Alright, and now what we're going to be doing is pressing G twice, and we're going to be lining it exactly on this line right here. Alright, same thing here. We're just going to be lining it up. Let's line it up around here on the main window line. Same thing for this. Just line it up there. Two. And now we're just going to press X and delete the edges. That is going to separate both of these. Same thing here, X and delete the edges. Alright, I'm still keeping this in one part, and I'll tell you why. Now I'll just show it to you. So now we're just going to be spacing these out. So before that, just go ahead, select here and just press F. So this is going to be one closed shape. And before we do that, hold on, before we face that up, just press Alt, hold this entire thing down, go to our space, press N for the menu, go to loop tools and then just press space. We need it more equally spread it out. And if you see any ups and downs, just make sure that you have a uniform shape flowing here, alright? After done with that, just let that be. And what we're going to be doing next is just take this entire line here, press in and just space it out. And then we're going to be selecting all the way from here, hold on Control, select all the way to the edge and just press space again. That's just going to equally spread out all of these. Now we're going to do the same thing here, alright? We're going to be selecting all the way from here, just aligning both of these to the windows, alright? Hold on, I'll just drag it a little. So just align these, same thing for this. Then we're going to be deleting the edges, right? Yeah. So we don't delete these edges. We're just gonna make sure that this entire thing is gonna flow clearly. So let's not delete that. And then we're just gonna be making sure that this entire thing is spaced out well as well. Just do the same thing that we've been doing. Same thing. Select all the way from there to here. Just press space. And then here again, all the way here, right? So we've just divided into a few chunks now. Now we're just gonna be selecting both of these and just press Ctrl J. That's gonna join both of them. Now press Tab. Now let's just go ahead and just make sure the vertex count right here, is gonna be the same. Alright. Just select. So we have a vertex less here. We have maybe 7 up here. So just go ahead, Ctrl R and add one here, and then we'll just space it out again, right? Just space it out again. That's perfect. And just go ahead and give this one a count too. This is showing 15. Just make sure these are also 15. So there is 13 vertices here. So just go ahead, add one here, Go here, then just space it out. Alright, just make sure this line isn't messed up. Alright, just make sure it's a smooth curve going all around. So once you're done with that, just take this one up. And now what we're going to be doing is facing this up. So just do the same thing that I've been doing. Then select these two, F. Just keep pressing F till you reach here. Alright. After done with that, then we're going to be facing these parts up. Alright. And just keep pressing F. So it's going to keep going automatically. And F again. And it seems like we have an extra vertex right here, or one less here. So what I'm going to do is just, before we face that up, alright, just add another extra one here. Alright, same thing, same procedure. Just space that out again, and just face it up from here maybe. Alright, and there we go. That is looking good. Just press A and Shift N. That is going to recalculate our normals. And now we're just going to be taking the straight line down from here. You just press F here, another F there. Face these four up first. Then we're going to be selecting these four, facing those up, and then facing those up, right? Alright, so here as you see, you have a few curves going around here because the sub D. So just press Ctrl R, take an edge loop, right here, and just drag that back. Alright, same thing here. We're just going to be dragging that back right there, and just make sure you have two edge loops, right? So we'll do the same thing here again. Make sure both the edge loops are here. Same thing here. We need a straight one right there. Just keep doing that, alright? We're just gonna be eliminating this edge right here. That's the reason. And then let's just give this little more geometry by adding two edge loops right here. And we're gonna add one right in the middle. Alright, so we have enough geometry now. Just tab out, have a look. So that is our door frame. I'm just gonna be re-enabling the roof and pillars, and we're gonna be shifting this one to Windows. So just press M here, move to new collection and name that collection Windows. And create, and we're gonna be renaming this side window housing, right? So once you're done with that, just re-enable this one also. That is going to be in the door, right? Alright, so there we are. So as you see, we have our window pane right there. You might see a few gaps here because we have spaced out the others well. So what we're going to be doing is going back to our 3, and then just slide a few of these vertices around so that the gap is going to close. Alright, same here, just do that, and maybe just slide it on the Z axis too. Alright, so that is perfect. We have our panels lined up very well, and then just go here again. Now we're going to be selecting all of this entire outline for our window. Shift D, just duplicate that, the same process going on, and another one right here. Alt, select the entire loop and just duplicate and separate. Alright, once you're done with that, then just try to select the other one right here, tab into here, and here we aren't going to be needing these two extra ones right here. So just press Ctrl X by selecting both of them. Alright, same here, the one below us. both of these, Control X, alright? And once you're done with that, let's just add a few more vertices down here. So as I go, I'm just going to be making these up, right? Then select these, F, and just, so there is a mismatch in the vertices up there and down here. So what I'm gonna do here is just, first of all, we're gonna add 7 points here. Alright, once you've added 7 cuts, select the entire thing here, press N and just space them out equally. And once you're done with that, just select this entire loop and then select only both of these. And then just keep pressing F until you reach the very end, alright? That is gonna give you the perfect window. And when we solidify the window, I'm just gonna show you a method of how to close this gap up. That is only happening because of the sub D modifier. Just have a look here. As soon as I'm gonna remove the sub D modifier, it's a whole thing, right? So just make sure it has the sub D on, because we need our parts to be looking high definition. Same here, just go onto the other part here and then zoom into our points there, remove them, just go ahead and remove the points here as well. Alright, and now we're going to be making sure that there is an equal number of vertices. So just check the number of vertices till here. There's going to be around 8, and right till around here, which is also going to be 8. So let's just start facing this one up. Then just select this one and this one and just keep pressing F, right? And we have a triangle at the end, but that is fine. Just press Shift N, that recalculates it. And we're going to be renaming this to side window small and glass. And we're also going to be renaming this one to side window door glass. Alright, so just save the progress that you're doing, and I suggest you that you should keep saving these files regularly and keep backups and create multiple files, because if you need to go back in any step, if you've done any step wrong or any step different than me, then it'll be a little helpful if you keep the old files as well. Alright, so once you're done with that, now we're gonna be doing the simple Door-Sill right here that we've left out. So when I'm going here, there is this Door-Sill outline, as you see. It's coming from right here. It's going to be attaching from the wheel well edge right at the very end here. Alright, so what we're going to be doing now is just taking the vertices from here and here, and before we do that, I'm just going to be adding a little more geometry here, so that when we separate this, it's not going to create some problems for us. So I'm just going to separate this entire part as well, and we're going to be creating 2 separate parts, which is the hole that you see here and the sill that you see here. This is going to be one part and this is going to be another, because we aren't able to curve it very well. So let's just make it 2 parts. Alright, so what we can do is just select this entire part, Shift D, right click to keep it in place, and just separate it. Alright, and once you're done with that, just select all of these vertices and just press X and delete the vertices. Alright, and as soon as we're done with that, we're going to be making a few adjustments around here and making it solid, so there is no space behind here for the light to go. So before we're going to do all of that when we solidify our car. Alright, so before we do that, let's just select both of these, take all the vertices from here, just duplicate it, take all of them from here too, and duplicate them. Once you're done with that, we're just going to be hiding both of these. Right, once you're done hiding these, just minimize this collection, right? And we're just gonna be joining both of these, alright? Control J, tab in, and just press M and merge by distance. That is gonna remove the common vertices we have. And now all we're gonna do is just trace this line right up till here, alright? Just trace it up till here. So to do that, all I need is E and my mouse, alright? We're just gonna be taking it here, and I'm gonna be adding all the extra points later on. So we have a part wherein it's dipping. I just add the little dip, and then we're just gonna press F to face this up, right? So we're gonna be needing around 4 of the points right here. So just add 4 of them, right? And we're gonna need 3 here. So once you're done with that, just move around, just have a look at that. So our points down below are gonna be pretty straight, right? So what we're gonna be doing with these is just let's do one thing. Let's try to face it up and see how it's looking, because a trial and error method might be better for you when you're learning. So I'll just show you the process. Just go ahead, face it up. Alright, I'm just gonna press Alt H, Tab and Alt H, and just hide the extras collection. Alright, yeah, there we are. A, Shift N, there we go. So have a look there. The sill is dipping quite a bit on the back right here. So you see the back right here, yeah, it's gonna be dipping around here. So just go ahead, press X and just move it a little bit forward, alright? We don't want any sudden flow changes. We just want it enough so that our sill is not tilting inwards like it is right now, you see? So just go ahead, take this bit out, alright? We don't have any references for this because the blueprints are going to be covering when there is the door and the front. So just go ahead and just take these out a bit, alright? And use the gizmo, or you can just press G and X, and it's gonna just snap to the x-axis. That's gonna be a better way for you if you're a beginner, but if you're using Blender for a while now, so it might be easier for you to do the gizmo because it's just less efforts, alright? And we're gonna be taking this one out. There we go. And just press A, Tab, just press A again and Shift N. That's just gonna be adjusting our normals again for the entire car. And there we have our sill there. So our door sill is ready. It was not a major part, but we're gonna be doing major parts for this one, this vent that we have here. And the next part is going to be our big chunk of back end right here. So we're gonna do that later. Before that, let's just finish up the back panel of the roof. Alright. So when we're doing the roof, this is also gonna be a lot of it is also gonna be with judgment and just reference pictures, because we do not have a clear view of what's going on in the back here. Right, except just press Ctrl 1 on your keypad and hide the front end. And as we see here, I just have the outline here of the Supra, and the Supra has a elevated bump right here for the boot space that we have. So for that also we're gonna need a few references. So I have updated all our references in the link in the bio. Just go ahead and check that out. Alright, check that out, and let's get to the back end of the Supra. Just give me a second and I'm just gonna change the reference image right here, right? Yeah, so this reference is also in the link. It's uploaded on the drive link. Just go ahead and download it. So we have a slightly elevated hood right here. All I'm going to be doing is just matching this line of the hood and taking a smooth increment to the entire line of the hood, alright? So first of all, let's do one thing. Go to 7, that is the top view, and just select this entire edge line right here, right? We need that perfectly aligned. Just duplicate it and separate it, alright? Let's rename this Door-Sill first. Door and sill. And just make sure that's in the door collection, alright? And after that, let's just go back to our part right here. Just tab in, go back to 7. And we're gonna leave a cutout for our window panel, like our back panel for the Supra right here, wherein there's the boot. So all I'm gonna do is just extrude this down below in the y-axis. So just press E and Y. That's just gonna extrude it, alright? And then I'm just gonna align this well. Just press G and align that, alright? And once you're done with that, I'm gonna be extruding these also. But before we do that, just go back to our back view, and we're gonna be aligning this to the door, to the window cutout. So let me just hide the rest of this. So what we're gonna be doing is just, I'm gonna be hiding the roof. Just hide the front end in the settings here. Yeah, we're gonna be hiding the front end, the door, the roof, windshield, rain, the windows as well. So just go here to the roofs. We're gonna be separating this from the selection to a new one, to the boot, create. Alright, once you're done with that, rename this to boot window. And now let's go ahead and edit without any obstructions. So there we have. I'm just going to be selecting one at a time. Press Ctrl 1. So from there, we need it coming right to here. Alright, this thing, this outline that you see is going to be the window. So just take it down. And we're going to be doing the same. It's a blurry line, but make sure you select the right vertex. If you don't, you can just go ahead and just select it like that. Press Ctrl 1 and come back. Alright, there we go. And just make sure this also has a smooth flowing curve right here. Alright, so once you're done with that, then have a look here. If it's flowing well, then we're gonna go back to our top view, and then take all of these vertices and just take it all the way in. Alright, so we can do that, or let's just extrude this. Alright, let's just extrude these again and just keep extruding them parallelly to our vertices that we have here. Alright, so this will give you a nice outline. E again and just extrude it right till here. We're going to be needing an extra vertex right there to curve that portion out a bit. Alright, and once you're done with this, we'll go back to our back view, and all of these vertices we're just going to be sliding down, alright, on the z-axis to match that entire line that is coming here. Just make sure you're selecting the right vertices, because this might get a little confusing. Right, there we go. We have these curving out here. Just take these out of it. and there we have it. Right, go back to our 7, just make sure these are all in line. We're going to be taking this one 2, alright, control 1. So this is not following the line quite a bit, so just take it out on the x-axis. Alright, just align these as well, and we'll align them in the top view as well. Alright, go back to our top view. Let's see what changed. So this is gonna be going to the outside and then, so it's still up. So go back to our 3. Let's align these here first. Alright, we can see about the edge flow later after aligning these. Oh, that's a smooth increment. That's pretty good. Then we go to the back, then we see how we're doing here, and then just take this in a bit. Right, go to 7, just check it out. We still have it messed up a bit, so I'm just going to be following the top and the side, because I'm not completely sure if the back blueprints are distorted or it's just how the way they're currently looking. So let's just forget that for the time being. Go back to our 7. Now we're just going to be outlining this entire window as well, right? So before we do that, just make sure this entire line is going well smoothly. Then just in small increments, just keep extending the line. Right, and that's matched up. Now we do the same. Just make sure these are all in line and they're following a curve. So if they're not, just dip them down a little bit below so that they're in a curve rather than in one straight line, right? And this can go up. And there, that's good. And we go back to our top view. Now what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be making this very, very simple. So we're going to be taking it, we're going to be facing these up first, and then we're going to be taking it all the way up there, and then see how many vertices we need on this side and all of these top to merge these ones. Alright, so first let's just face these up. Face these ones up. So they're going in a curvy manner. So if we don't want that, what we can do is just press Ctrl X here, drag this one below, and just take this one out. Right? There we go. So now we have one vertex less. We can just go ahead and paste that up. Right. So we have our curve going smoothly from here. Press G and slide down any vertices that you think need to be in a smoother shape, just like this. Okay. Go back to your 7 and just face that up too. There. So we have a nice outline for the corner, for the boot right there. And now I'm just going to be extending this line right up to the very edge there. Press 3, and as you can see, our edge is on the top here. So let's just match that edge. Alright, we're going up. So now we need a smooth increment from here to all the way there. Alright, so let's do that. So let's see how many vertices we need. Alright, so this is going to be in a crisscross hatch pattern. So just count the vertices you need. Take a second and count them. So once you're done counting these, So these are 8 right here, and we're gonna be adding 2 more here. Alright, and that's gonna be 11. So to add 2 more here, I have a cool trick for you. Just go ahead, scroll around it, and what we're gonna be doing is just pressing Ctrl R and adding an edge loop right in the center. Right there. I'm just gonna slide this one back too. Gonna go to top view, slide this one back a little further, and this one too. This one may be better. And to slide this ahead, just press G twice and then C. That just constrains the angle right there. So after done with that, then we're gonna be making sure that this is a little bit lofted. This curve that you see right here, just pressing Ctrl 1. This curve should be a little bit lofted in the air because we need our window to be a little lofted. So let's just take this little bit up, right? And after you take that one little bit up, just make sure the others follow with a slight angle and they're not very abruptly changing. That's it. There we go. And once you're done with that, just make sure that these are spaced properly. Just press space and that spaces them well. And then we're going to be adding 11 here. So 10 in the middle. Just let's check the ones in the middle. So there's 9 vertices here. So let's just connect this right on the edge here. And then just press Ctrl R and let's add in 9 cuts. And then just go ahead and align them. There is no shortcut for this, so you're gonna have to do it all yourself. Just go ahead and align them. Fast forward it or do it yourself and just have a look at how I'm aligning this. Right, so once you're done aligning these, we're gonna be going to the back view right here. So this is our edge right here. So when you see here, if you look at the vertex right here, if I take it to the edge right here, it's going to be only a little distance above our headlights right here and the curve that we have, the panel that we have around here. So what we're going to be doing is going to be going to side view. Just check if this is the same distance from the panel, okay? And once you've checked, so these lines in the blueprints are blurred. It might have been a fault by the person who's made the blueprints. So let's just let that be. And what we're going to be doing is just adding a slight curve from here, and we're going to be elongating the car a bit because the blueprints might be a little short from here or they might be a little misaligned in the front. So what we can do is just go to the back and align it just as the lines go, okay? Just keep doing that. Make sure that you get a really smooth curve and keep following the line, right? We have a smooth curve going around here to the very end. And once you're done with that, just go ahead and select all the way here. Once it's highlighted, you can also see where it's dipping or where it's gonna come all the way to the top. So this one needs a little bit. And there we go. Just press N and then just space them out better. That will help. And once you see that it's gonna be lifted, just go ahead, select both of these, the end ones, press F. And then we're gonna be adding a few of these here, right? So let's just go ahead and check how many to add from our top view. So we're gonna be adding around let's say 1, 2, we're gonna be adding 7 here and then 5 here, right? 5 there and 7 there, right? So once you're done with that, let's go to 3 and then just give this a bit of a flow with changing the z-axis. Just give it some flow, right? And for this, let's just straighten these out from here. We're going to be straightening this out. Let's just take this one a little to the top, right? Go back to our backline right here. Make sure all of these are going to be in one nice smooth line. And back to our thing here, and make sure they're all following line in the y-axis too. So once you're done with that, we're going to be adding a little dip here, as it's going to be a curved portion. So let's just add a small dip here, and there we go. So once you're done with adding it right here, what we're going to be doing is just selecting these, like all of these. That's going to be 7 vertices, and all of these as well. Alright, so rather all of these actually, and all of these, right? And then just press F3 and do just grid fill. So we can see there's one extra vertex right here. So just Control Z, Control Exit, select this line again, press N, and then just space it out. And now we do the same process. Select the entire thing again, press F3, and then grid fill. So one more extra vertex here. Just keep track of how many extra vertices you're just removing, and just rearrange them, make them look good, and then just use the grid fill. Alright, the grid fill tool is just a shortcut. It's just gonna cut on time, it's gonna be easier to make, and it's gonna give you a good enough geometry to follow also, right here. So as we go to the top view, they might be a little bit misaligned right here. So to align these, what we can do is just go ahead, select this, E or F, yeah, press G twice, and E and F, and then just align it. Alright, so here we can see they're curving a bit as the line is going. So what we can do to stop the curve, just select this one, G twice, press E and F, and there we go, it's straightened up. Same thing here, EF, press Alt and select the line, G twice, and F, E and F actually, press E, F, there we go, that's straightened out too, G twice, E and F, and there we go, that too. So here we can see the dip a bit. Alright, we can see it curving. So let's just press G, E and F, and there we go. So here on onwards, we'll just do it manually. Alright, let's just get it in a good straight shape. You're gonna have to do this one manually because it might be a little difficult adjusting these with the direct tool. Right, there we go. So that geometry is good, and we're gonna be changing this one also a bit, as we'll be needing equal spacing. There you go. And here, let's just take this point a little further ahead to smooth the curve. And there we go. So it's curving well. Smooth this more. And maybe tilt it. That's it. That's going good. And take this one also to the back. There we have it. So just tab out. I'm just gonna Alt H all of the others. Hide the extras window again. Right. And once you're done with that, have a look. So we have our boot opener right here. So the window on the boot. Now let's just go back to our boot window, boot window panel. Let's just rename this to boot window and panel. And now we're going to be making the window rubber that is going to be holding the black outline that you see here. The adhesive is going to be holding the glass. So just duplicate that, separate it, and then we're going to be tabbing in here. Just A and just space it out well. And once you're done spacing this out, alright, now we're going to be making sure that the vertices around here, that is, just look at it, there's going to be 6 vertices here. We're going to be needing another 6 here, and that is perfect. So we're going to be having this curving inside, right? So let's make that 7 actually. So before we do that, so 7 and 7 right here. So let's just add one here instead, and A, select all of them, space it out well again, and now we have, so now we have our vertices added. Yeah, I just had to add my battery right there. Yeah, so now it's going to be 6 vertices here, going by the top view right here. So the 6 vertices here, and there's going to be 6 vertices here, and that's going to be spread out well. And now we have how many vertices? We have 11. So let's just select both of these, press F, go to 3, and go ahead and add 11 cuts. Alright, and once you're done with the cuts, we're going to be starting from the bottom right here. Alright, just tab and just select it. If your gizmo is not working, the thing that used to appear, just go ahead here. So it's not appearing for me here again. So what you can do is just restart Blender. It might just help you enable it again, because it might have just glitched and just shut off. Alright, so just make sure we have a smooth line going there. I'm just using G and Z now since I can't see the gizmo, and I might just restart Blender after that. There we go, and there we have our window. Right, just make sure these are nice smooth curves. So you see, I see one dipping down. As soon as you see one dipping down or not in line, just make sure you get that right. Once you're done with that, we're going to be taking all of these. Let's check the curvature down here. So there's going to be 6 of these, and then the 6 of these, right? There's 12 now. So let's just select all of these here, and then we're going to be selecting all of these here, right? So that's going to be 24, as we have 1 and 2 extra here. So just go ahead, press F3 and grid fill. So you can just see we have 2 of these extra here. Let's just go ahead and delete 2 of them randomly. Go ahead, select the entire thing, space it out again. This is going to be a very trial and error method. As you can see, I'm doing it with you and I'm not doing it in the background. So just go ahead and have a look there. Right, select all of those. Then we select all of these. Then we press F3 and the grid fill. And the grid fill is good with this. Yes. So we're going to be aligning this again. So alright, so let's just select this, G twice, E. That's going to be straightening that a bit. G twice, E. Let's just stick with E here. You can just double press E and just check. Alright. Then we need a straighter window as our reflections are gonna be here, right? Double press G, E, and again here, double press G, E, and we have one right there. Let's add an edge loop here. Then I'm gonna delete this one. Control X and delete this one too. And then I'm gonna be selecting both of these and just press J. Same here. And then press G twice and shift that upwards. Just make sure the spacing is good. Just realigning all of these. And there we have the gizmo back. It might just automatically come and go. What you can do is the anim player right here, the animation player might be on. If you might have pressed spacebar, so just press spacebar again and it might appear for you. If it doesn't, the best solution is just restart Blender, right? So just make sure the spacing is good. Then just adjust a few of these vertices. And again here, so these are a little curved. G twice, E, and there we have. Right? Then we select the entire thing. We have that curved. Same here, G twice, E, again. There, just adjust this. This one a little bit inside. There we go. Press A and shift N. Then we are going to go to our top view. There's a little space right here. Just make sure you move the vertices around to fix it. Alright. Just take this down a notch and outside. There we go. We have little less space here. What you can do is just where you see the larger spaces, just make sure to push this one a little bit inside. There you go. And we have our back window panel right here. As Alt X, switch the blurry silver matte cap, shade the smooth and shade the smooth. Right. Alright. And once you're here, so one mistake that I did here, so I've just done a small mistake here, is just scale this down a bit. Actually, yeah, scale that down a bit. That's it. Select both of these, and we have forgotten to add the little black thing that you see right here. So just go ahead and check if all of these have the same number of vertices. Check again. So there's one extra right here. What I'm gonna do is just press Shift D, right, and this one. I'm gonna select all of these. Shift D again. Separate them. Select the lower one. Just hide this one first. Select the lower one. Tab in. Just go up there and add one. Select the entire thing. Then just press on space, alright? Once you're done with that, just tab out, select the other one right here by holding down shift, Control J, and just take these, paste these up too, and then select the entire thing, and let's just do one thing. Just face this up normally. Okay, no extra work needed to be done right there. F, and then just press F throughout. That's just automatically gonna fill this in. Here, just space it out better. Space it out manually. Do the same here. Space it out better. Alright. This one might need to. Okay, that's perfect. Press A, Shift N. That's just gonna get back everything. Alt H. There we go. Okay. Just make sure you're shading everything smooth, as we need them to be looking uniform. And if you see any dent here, like if you see a few of these are a little bit further up than the others, just go ahead, select all the ones that are up, and then just take them down a notch so that the other are also see. Like that. So we have a smooth flow going right here. Select the red ball matte cap and just make sure that this entire line of reflection is going continuous right here. Right? You see the continuous line? That is what we're aiming for. And you can just switch back to your basic. Right? There we go. That is our boot window. We've finished up with all of these. We've done those. Don't forget to rename these. F2, just boot window, and just rename this to boot window adhesive. The black part, black ADH. Alright, just enter. And I see a little gap here and a little gap there as well. So just make sure to fill it in. Right? There. And then we tab in here. Take a little bit further back. Alright. That's good. Take this inside. There we go. That is perfect. And that's good. So just have a look. We're done more than 50% with the car, and there's just a few chunks of the car that's left. So that was it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good job on learning Blender. You're doing good if you're on this video and you watched all the previous ones, and just keep it up. All the best and happy creating, guys. Also guys, if you have any freelance projects that need to be done or models to be done, just hit me up on Fiverr and we can get something figured. Just check it out in the link in the description. Do be sure to save your project too, and if you do like the content I'm putting out, please be kind enough to leave a like, share and subscribe. That really helps me out to putting this kind of content out, and I'll see you in the next video now.